Yo, what is up guys? Methodz here bringing you guys a new video. Today we have a hardpoint raid versus Unite. I think I dropped around 41 kills, not too bad of a gameplay. And before you ask, this is not the same gameplay versus Unite from the other day. As you noticed, there is a little gamer tag difference, so let me hop right into that. As you guys know, myself, Heist, Realize, and Stainville joined up with Dare. We're pretty much representing Dare on the competitive side, and pretty much things just didn't work out. After a day or two, we realized, SoaR was our best option and we had to take it. So basically with Dare is, they totally understood the situation, and basically our team specifically needed things that they really couldn't provide, at this point in time, which is totally understandable. But just because they're not really developed in the competitive community yet, they're just pretty much hopping into it recently. And SoaR pretty much gave us an offer that really couldn't refuse, with UMG being so close. And, Farrell, who was the owner of Dare, totally agreed. He was like, I totally agree with you guys. Do the best you guys possibly can. And thank you for the opportunity of you guys representing Dare. So he's a really cool guy. He totally understood, where myself and my team were coming from. And, we're back on SoaR, which is awesome. As you guys know, SoaR is pretty much where I made, like, my first actual, sort of landmark in the Call of Duty community. That's pretty much where I placed pro at my first ever MLG event, which is MLG Dallas, and that's pretty much where I pretty much started my whole competitive Black Ops 2 career. And before you guys say you're unloyal, so many roster changes and team changes, I've been on pretty much 2 teams, not counting Dare, just because we were on Dare for like 1 or 2 days. And that's SoaR and FaZe. I was on SoaR in the beginning of this game. I joined FaZe for like the middle, and now I'm ending off this game with SoaR. So I'm pumped to be back, just because I'm actually really close with like the leaders and the snipers that are actually on SoaR. So I feel really comfortable here. I feel like there's gonna be no sketchy things. No one's gonna get dropped from SoaR. Well, I'm not sure. I can't say that about the team, but I feel like me as a captain, I'm safe. Whatever team I choose on my on my roster, that it's gonna be with SoaR. And, I only say that I can't say no one's going to get dropped, just because I can't say what's going to happen with my team in the future. For example, 2 people can totally get destroyed at UMG, and then a roster change is pretty much necessary. But, moving on from that. So yeah, we're back with SoaR. I hope you guys aren't too mad with me if you guys are Dare fans. It's just something that me and my team thought was the best decision, and pretty much all I can put it down to is they couldn't give us some things that we needed that were pretty much a necessity for me and my team. So I mean, like I said, glad to be back with SoaR. Pumped to be representing SoaR again. But another thing I want to talk about today is utilizing theater mode, because I'm not gonna lie, my team, me, Realize, Heist, and Stainville were playing amazing the first 3 days we played. I think we maybe dropped, a couple maps at most. We were destroying everybody. We played the best we possibly could. We were all hype. Our heads were in the game. And now we pretty much are in a slump. We've been pretty much losing every map. We play some pretty good teams. We've been getting, beaten pretty bad. Obviously, some maps we win, but overall, we've been losing the map count in the overall series, and it's pretty frustrating. But, we decided, we need to check out theater, because, this game gave us such a unique tool to go back and watch us play and see what we're doing wrong, see if our rotation was wrong, see if people were just losing gunfights, and just see what we were messing up on so we can fix it. And, one thing I like to, pretty much preach is, losing is learning and winning is teaching, because even if you win, there is still stuff you can learn. You can still improve no matter how good you guys are. There is always room for improvement. No one is perfect. So, watching theater, I think we're going to do it tomorrow. I watched it actually by myself without the team to see what we were doing wrong. And pretty much I found out our rotation is slow. We put ourselves in situations where we're forced to break hills instead of holding them. So pretty much they're already set up in head glitches, and we're pushing at them, and we're just feeding them streaks just because they're set up and we really can't do much about it. So our rotation is off, and that's something that we need to change. Another thing we need to change is our in-game attitude. We tend to get really upset when we get BS'd online. We have a player that's in Florida and a player that's in California, which is, pretty unfortunate for playing online Call of Duty. And, they often get pretty mad, and they don't rage, but, they just get upset at the game, and they're just like, how does this happen, blah, blah, blah. And it's totally understandable, just because, this game can be, very inconsistent online, and it's pretty much known for being the most connection-based Call of Duty out there as of now. So, I do think that on land, things are going to be a lot different. For example, Stainville's even like, I'm supposed to be slaying and anchoring, and I can't do my job because I get outgunned because I'm West Coast. I have 3 bars, they have 4 bars, and I can't do anything about it. And he just gets 1 burst, and he gets no luck, which pretty much puts us at a disadvantage because pretty much our main, player that pretty much holds our spawns and pretty much controls the map for us, really can't play to the best of his potential, which sort of sucks just because, us subs are forced to sort of play the anchor role and sort of try to kill the anchor for him just because most of the time the anchor's in a head glitch and he gets to pick off Stain before Stain can even shoot, and it sucks. So utilizing theater, that's what I pretty much want to get back to. They gave us this sick option where you can check out the map, see where people are rotating, check out the times, check out the scoreboard, check out everything you need to know to improve your gameplay. And, that's why all these teams, if they're losing and they're in a slump, they get out of it because they see what they're doing wrong. When you see what you're doing wrong, you can sort of pinpoint, what you guys are doing wrong, and you can pretty much, go over the things that we need to change. For example, my team needs to go over rotation. The first couple of days, we were all hype, and we were all rotating at the same time, playing off our mini-map, and I feel like now that we're a team, we sort of slowed that down. We started complaining a lot more, and I feel like we weren't complaining. We were playing really well in the beginning because we wanted to team with each other. We wanted to make it work, so we tried our asses off, and we just called out constantly. There was no arguing, constant call-outs, constant rotation, instantaneous, communication. And that's what made us so good in the beginning. And now I feel like we're comfortable with our teammates, and we all feel safe on this team that people just pretty much ignore what we're doing wrong, and they just keep pushing hills and just keep messing up, and it hurts us as a team. So basically we have to focus on rotation, and then obviously the gunfights, they will come on land. We really can't do much about that. So one thing that I do know is that we sometimes lose rotation because we get outgunned due to connection. Like I said, 2 of our players are pretty much at a disadvantage. And when we're rotating, those key rotation gunfights are actually pretty huge, and in online Call of Duty. So I mean, I personally used to rage and I used to get so mad when we lost. I'm at this point now where, like, until we prove ourselves on land, and until we play on land, we really can't rage at ourselves because we could be the best team in the game on land. Obviously I'm over exaggerating, but it's possible that we can be 10 times better on land. We just don't know it because we never played as a team on land yet. So I'm just pumped to play with this team at UMG Atlanta. We're fully booked August 9th to 11th. We're going to show up. We're going to play the best we possibly can. And we're just going to, show up, watch our theater mode before we go to the event, which is going to be crucial. Not just one person watching it. So we can actually go over our mistakes. Also, you can use theater to pretty much stalk some other teams. I'm being honest. Say you think a player knows something that you don't, and you think that they play a role or a position better than you do. Watch their theater. Go to their player card. Just click on their theater mode. See what they're doing that you're not, that you can sort of catch up on. And it's not really cheating to check up on a team's theater if they're playing at an event. It's studying something that is accessible to you. You can learn a team's S&D setups before you play them at an event, which is pretty much crucial. I mean, you can pretty much have a brief idea of where these players are going to be before you actually play them. You can learn their setups for hardpoint and CTF, and you can just pretty much get the upper hand, which is crucial. And obviously don't make it obvious, like tweet I'm watching his theater, blah blah blah, because then they'll get the idea and they're gonna watch your theater. So I suggest if you're gonna play Search and Destroy before an event, maybe just at least Search and Destroy, turn your theater off so teams can't stalk your S&D strats. And I mean, that's pretty much my lesson in my video today is utilize what the game gives you, utilize your teammates to work together, don't argue. Stay calm, stay collective, and just play as a team. When you don't get mad at each other, when you don't have an attitude, when you don't have a bad attitude, when you don't get mad at each other in game, things like that, you'll play better because, if you're getting nagged at during the game, for example, say someone makes a bad play and you call them out in game, that's just going to start problems, and that's so pointless to do. Just because, you're going to make that player get mad in game, that you're going to make them want to retaliate, and then that pretty much just throws the whole team, off course. So this gameplay is actually coming to an end. I thank you guys for watching. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And, tell me what you guys want to see. I asked this in the last video, but you guys want to see listenings, just let me know what you want to see. And, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm out. Peace.